This is a quick demonstration of how to use Zoom in your online course. First, log into Canvas and navigate to your course. Next, from the course menu, select Settings. Ensure Zoom is listed in the top menu section so the Zoom tool will appear on your course menu. If Zoom is located on the lower menu, simply click and drag to the top section of menu items. Scroll down and click Save. When you've secured your Zoom Pro account from APUs, select Zoom from the course menu. Click Authorize, and you will come to the scheduling page. Whether you want to schedule weekly, virtual office hours, or a class meeting, select Schedule a new meeting. Adjust the topic to your preference. A description is optional. Schedule the date for the section, then include a time, and be sure to set AM and PM accurately. The duration will indicate the length of time for the meeting in the invitation. It will not stop the meeting. The time zone should be Pacific time. Select recurring meetings so you don't have to schedule each session individually, or if you are having more than one Zoom meeting this term. You can select Repeat Weekly, Occurs on specific dates, and choose an end date or after a certain number of occurrences. Go ahead and mute the video for both host and participants, so those joining can assemble themselves accordingly before sharing their camera. We don't want any surprises there. Under Meeting Options, you can choose to record automatically in the cloud, which will start the recording as soon as you start the meeting. You can always pause and restart the recording after you start the meeting to set up your materials and wait for participants to arrive. After a recorded session, Zoom will email you a link to your recording that you can share with your students, as shown. Enable the waiting room means that you will need to manually allow access to students when they join. This can help if you want to join first, check your settings, set up materials, and then add your attendees. Remember, if this option is checked, you will also need to manually allow students who join late, or they will be kept outside the meeting in the virtual waiting room. Select Mute Participants upon entry to safeguard any unwanted noise upon joining. Enable Join Before Host to allow students to enter the room and see or speak to one another before you join. Keep this unchecked if you'd rather control this environment. Require a meeting password if you choose to share a join password with students prior to the session. This is generally not needed. Make any other adjustments and options as you prefer. The alternative host box can be composed of teaching assistants or co-faculty that you would like to join as a co-host. Simply enter their APU email address and they will have the same controls as you do, but they must have an APU Zoom Pro account for this option to work. Alternatively, you can always click Save. You can always come back and adjust these settings after saving. This screen shows your meeting settings. The join URL is what students need to join your meeting. You can post this in an email or on the announcements page in Canvas, or copy the invitation and paste into announcements as shown. The invitation includes a lot of extra information students may not need. So just highlight the join URL for easy access and click Zoom to see all of your scheduled meetings. To edit any specific meeting, click the hyperlink to each meeting under the topic row. Scroll down and select Edit. To start the meeting, click Start. Let's look at Zoom from the student view. Students will be notified of Zoom meetings via email or on their course calendar, or on the course homepage, and even on the Canvas dashboard. If you delete a meeting, students will also be notified of this change via email as shown. Click Zoom from the course menu and select Join to attend the meeting. As the instructor, to start a meeting, click Zoom, then Start. You will see a screen that appears as shown. A pop-up box will appear. Click Zoom Meeting and open the link. Now that we're in the Zoom meeting, the toolbar will appear at the bottom of the screen or at the top depending on your operating system. You need to know 3 basic items. First, enable your mic. Mute or unmute yourself. If you do not have sound, click the arrow key next to the mic and adjust your settings. When the mic shows green, it is picking up your voice. Second, click the camera to start your video or the arrow next to the camera to adjust settings. When students join, you will see blocks around the screen with their names and their video if they've enabled it. When you stop your camera, participants will see one another or the Zoom home screen if they do not have their cameras enabled. Third, the toolbar. Here you need to know how to manage participants, share your screen, and pause or stop the recording. Manage Participants will show you all students in the meeting, and if you enabled the waiting room as an option when scheduling the meeting, you will need to allow participants to join here. Otherwise, they will join automatically if you left that option unchecked during scheduling. This screen is very important to manage sound throughout your meeting, as you can mute any participants showing an active mic who may have background noise. Just know that students can always unmute themselves. To share your screen, to demonstrate something or show a PowerPoint, click the green box with the arrow and choose which screen to share. Then click Share. I can click Stop Share to go back to the home screen or to my video. If I've scheduled the meeting to record automatically, I can pause or start the recording by clicking the Record button. If it doesn't appear on the toolbar, select the 3 dots to find more options. These are the basic features on the toolbar, but you could explore and use more. To stop the meeting, select End Meeting for All. If you have any questions, email canvas@apu.edu. Good luck and enjoy your virtual classroom session.